I was hiding behind a tree, watching as a man suddenly realized something terrifying was closing in on him, so he dropped to the ground and played dead. A figure slowly removed its disguise, deactivated its invisibility, and began scanning the area for life forms. It didn't find any living prey, but it followed the blood trail on the ground and found the man. The man was so terrified he could barely breathe. Luckily, the predator couldn't detect his body heat, so it judged there was no threat and turned to leave, but it accidentally stepped on the man. I let out a sigh of relief. I wasn't detected, but then my dog suddenly ran out. The predator immediately aimed its weapon at the dog, and just as it was about to shoot, my brother charged in, knocking the predator's mask off with a stick. The predator still pulled the trigger, but the bullet missed the dog, hitting a tree instead. It turned and fired a second shot at Tahabe, but it hit the tree again. After the third shot, the mask's infrared targeting system shut down, and I saw everything clearly, realizing the predator's weapon could only hit infrared targeted targets. By this time, the predator had picked up its mask. Tahabe shot an arrow from a distance, but it was blocked by a shield. I rushed out and pulled the trigger at the predator, but it was my first time using a handgun, and the bullet didn't fire. I screamed to grab the predator's attention, giving Tahabe a chance. Tahabe jumped up with a spear, piercing the predator's shoulder. After landing, he shot another arrow, but this injury was nothing to the predator. As long as it wasn't a headshot, it didn't matter. Meanwhile, I was loading gunpowder into the handgun, while Tahabe was locked in close combat with the predator. After Tahabe struck it with a knife, the predator suddenly turned invisible. As we searched around, Tahabe realized it was right behind him, and warned me to run. The predator appeared behind Tahabe, its claws piercing his body. Just as it was about to attack me, Tahabe used his last breath to stab it with a skull. In a rage, the predator raised a spear and stabbed Tahabe through. When it turned around, I was already gone. I ran to the river, washed the blood off, and swore to avenge my brother.